Lord says, though the fig tree may not blossom, nor fruit be on the vines, though the labor of the olive may fall, and the fields yield no food, though the flock may be cut off from the fold, and there be no herd in the stalls, yet I will rejoice in the Lord. I will joy in the God of my salvation. That's from Habakkuk, the 3rd chapter. In other words, there are times when nothing plenty is happening, and it seems like everything we're short-handed somehow. It says, even then, we'll bless the Lord. If you can bless the Lord when you have nothing, it'd be really easy to bless Him when you have plenty. But when you bless Him when you have nothing, He's still your provider. You can still look forward to the fact that my God shall supply all my needs according to His riches and glory in Christ. So we can rejoice when we have plenty. We can rejoice when we have little. I can rejoice when I'm hurting. It says in Psalm 31, I will be glad and rejoice in your mercy. You have considered my trouble. You have known my soul in adversities. That means even when you're going through a really tough time in life, when some of the things are happening that you wish would never happen, even during those times when you're hurting, you can rejoice in the Lord. I remember years ago getting a phone call, and it was from the family of a lady named Catherine Hancock. Catherine was a lady who, years before she really had her life strong in God, she had attempted suicide. And she wasn't able to commit suicide, and she grew to be a very strong woman in God. But the phone call was about her son. She had a grown son. He was married and had 2 children. He had gone to his old bedroom back home and had taken a 12-gauge shotgun and put it under his chin and pulled the trigger. And you can imagine what Catherine saw when she came into the room and saw that her son had taken his life. How painful that must have been to any mother, to her to look at that and see what had happened to her son, and to ask all those questions, why? And so I kind of wondered, as I went to the funeral home, how Catherine would be holding up. And I watched as different people would come in and greet Catherine. And one particular woman who came in and just kind of fell on Catherine's neck and just wept in her grief with Catherine. I remember Catherine stood there with a smile on her face and just comforted this woman. And I thought, what kind of strength it takes to go through the kind of thing that she went through and to be able to comfort others. So when she was hurting, she still was able to bless the Lord and bless other people around her. You know, there are times in your life when you're hurting. There are times when it just doesn't seem like anything's going your way. It may be physical pain. It may be financial struggles. It might be somebody has come against you in some way. And even during those times, if you can look beyond all of that, in the middle of that pain, you can bless the Lord. And you can trust that He's going to work on your behalf